The importance of avoiding raw or undercooked meats, seafood, and unpasteurized dairy products, protecting your health and preventing foodborne illness. Ladies and gentlemen, today we gather to discuss a topic that affects every single one of us, food safety. More specifically, the dangers of consuming raw or undercooked meats, seafood, and unpasteurized dairy products. This is not just a matter of preference, it is a matter of health, well-being, and even life and death in some cases. Foodborne illnesses are more common than many people realize, and they can strike anyone, regardless of age or background. But the good news is that with the right knowledge and precautions, we can protect ourselves and our loved ones from these preventable dangers. First, let's talk about why raw and undercooked foods pose such a significant risk. The primary concern is the presence of harmful microorganisms, bacteria, viruses, and parasites that thrive in these foods. When meat, seafood, or dairy products are not properly cooked or pasteurized, these pathogens remain alive and active. Once consumed, they can invade our bodies, leading to severe infections, hospitalizations, and in extreme cases, even death. One of the most notorious bacteria linked to undercooked food is Salmonella. This pathogen is commonly found in raw poultry, eggs, and unpasteurized milk. When ingested, Salmonella can cause fever, severe abdominal cramps, and debilitating diarrhea. For most healthy individuals, the illness may last a few days, but for the very young, the elderly, or those with weakened immune systems, Salmonella can be life-threatening. The same goes for E. coli, another dangerous bacterium often present in undercooked ground beef and raw milk. Certain strains of E. coli produce toxins that damage the intestines and kidneys, leading to a condition called hemolytic uremic syndrome, which can result in kidney failure. Then there's Listeria, a particularly sinister bacterium found in unpasteurized dairy products, deli meats, and even some raw vegetables. What makes Listeria so alarming is its ability to grow even in refrigerated conditions. Pregnant women are especially vulnerable because Listeria can cross the placenta, leading to miscarriage, stillbirth, or severe infections in newborns. For the elderly and immunocompromised individuals, Listeria can cause meningitis or bloodstream infections. Beyond bacteria, parasites are another hidden danger in undercooked meats. Toxoplasma, for example, is a parasite commonly found in raw or undercooked pork, lamb, and venison. While many healthy people may only experience mild flu-like symptoms, Toxoplasma can cause severe brain and eye damage in unborn babies if a pregnant woman becomes infected. Another parasite, Trichinella, lurks in undercooked pork and wild game. Once ingested, it migrates to the muscles, causing pain, fever, and swelling. In severe cases, it can even affect the heart and lungs. Seafood, particularly raw shellfish like oysters, clams, and sushi, carries its own set of risks. Norovirus and hepatitis A are two viruses commonly associated with raw or improperly handled seafood. Norovirus leads to violent vomiting and diarrhea, while hepatitis A attacks the liver, causing jaundice, fatigue, and long-term liver damage. These viruses often spread through contaminated water, meaning that even the freshest-looking seafood can be a carrier if it was harvested from polluted sources. Unpasteurized dairy products, often marketed as natural or farm fresh, are another major concern. While some believe raw milk has health benefits, the reality is that it can harbor dangerous bacteria like Campylobacter, E. coli, and Listeria. Pasteurization, the process of heating milk to kill pathogens, was developed for a reason: to save lives. Before pasteurization became standard, thousands of people, especially children, died from milk-borne illnesses. Choosing unpasteurized dairy is not worth the gamble. So, how do we protect ourselves? The answer lies in proper food handling and cooking techniques. First and foremost, always cook meat to the recommended safe temperatures. For whole cuts of beef, pork, lamb, and veal, the internal temperature should reach at least 145 degrees Fahrenheit, followed by a 3-minute rest time. Ground meats must be cooked to 160 degrees Fahrenheit, and all poultry, whether whole, ground, or in parts, should reach 165 degrees Fahrenheit. A food thermometer is your best friend in the kitchen. Never rely solely on color or texture to determine if meat is safe to eat. When it comes to seafood, the safest approach is to avoid raw or undercooked varieties unless you fully trust the source. If you enjoy sushi, make sure it comes from a reputable supplier that follows strict freezing guidelines to kill parasites. Oysters and other shellfish should be thoroughly cooked to destroy harmful viruses and bacteria. As for dairy, always choose pasteurized milk, cheese, and yogurt. The pasteurization process does not significantly alter nutritional value, but it does eliminate deadly pathogens. If you're unsure whether a product is pasteurized, check the label or ask the seller. Beyond cooking, proper food handling is essential. Wash your hands thoroughly before and after handling raw meat, seafood, or eggs. Use separate cutting boards and utensils for raw and cooked foods to prevent cross-contamination. Refrigerate perishable items promptly, and never leave food sitting out at room temperature for more than 2 hours. If you or someone in your household is at higher risk, such as pregnant women, young children, the elderly, or those with chronic illnesses, take extra precautions. Avoid high-risk foods altogether and ensure that all meals are prepared with the strictest safety measures. In conclusion, the dangers of raw and undercooked meats, seafood, and unpasteurized dairy are real, but they are also preventable. By making informed choices and following basic food safety practices, we can enjoy delicious, nutritious meals without putting our health at risk. Share this knowledge with your friends and family. Awareness is the first step toward prevention. And if you found this information valuable, consider subscribing for more life-saving health tips. Together, we can build a safer, healthier future, one meal at a time. Thank you.